Here is what we are reviewing today. This Honda Grom. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Merritt Moto. My name is Merritt, and today I'm on a 2014 Honda Grom. And I am flooring it. Well, not flooring it, but I am at full throttle right now. Oh, it's so fun to ride. Holy crap. Okay, so a buddy of mine is the owner of this Honda Grom. He said he bought this thing for really cheap, apparently, because it was in pieces. That's why there's no fender on this thing. He'll have to explain it. I don't quite remember. Tell me a little bit about this Honda Grom.
It's 2014. I think it had like almost 1,700 miles on it. It's been sitting for quite some time. Well, I say that. I got it up and running after it had been sitting for quite a while. And then right around town every once in a while. But I've only filled it up once, but I've only driven, 40 miles.
You
so
filled it once, one time.
Right. I've had it since August. If you looked at the back, I don't know if it was captured or not, but it was titled and licensed September last year, and still on the full tank. Not full tank, but the same tank, and what was it, 2/3 or something like that?
My gosh.
Pretty close to that. It just sits there for the most part. I ride my other bike, but I bought it because I thought I might want to try stunning it and doing stuff like that. Then I'm thinking more about it, and it's like I just fell recently while skateboarding down the street and really screwed up my hand. So I was like, do I really want to start doing this on a bike as well?
Yes,
so,
yes you do.
It's easy to learn on, and stupid thing's gutless. It's not going to do crap.
Oh yeah.
But
of all the reviews I've read, they said that the Grom is like the perfect learner bike because it's so tiny, it's underpowered.
Exactly.
It's perfect.
You don't have to fall. You're not going to lean too far over, and it's
Well, cool.
It's a Honda Grom, man. Great gas mileage, cheap to insure. Just don't leave it out where it could get stolen because it's easy to pick up. First bike that I actually bought was a 1993 Honda Shadow 1100. Good old 4-speed, had a nice windscreen in front, and I'd had it for almost a year and a half, and then I finally took the windscreen off to see how it felt, and it's like, oh, this is cool. So I didn't put it back on, and then the next day it rained when I was heading home from work, and no helmet. I was riding like this with my glasses just to cover my face, and it was I put it on in the rain when I got back to the house, like before even changing out of my wet clothes. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I'm excited to ride this thing and have my first thoughts of this little Grom. Never ridden one before, and I've always wanted to. So
front brake is the front brake will stop you. So
okay,
be careful.
Good to know. So this is a 2014 Honda Grom. It is a 125cc engine. I don't know the horsepower or torque numbers off the top of my head here, but it's not a lot. I'll just tell you that. It is not a lot of, where are you going? Okay. Not a lot of power, but this thing is so fun to ride. I mean, it's just like, if this is a perfect bike for like a college student to put around campus, or if you live in like in a downtown area. Oh, it's so windy too. So I do know that this thing is a 4-speed, because that's really all you need. There's no need to get a 5 or a 6-speed on this thing. But yeah, this is a tiny motorcycle. Again, I am 6 foot, about 225, 230. We're just gonna say 230. Probably feel like I've put on some weight past couple months. And yeah, this bike is a blast to ride. It's super fun, very tiny, very underpowered. This is a perfect beginner bike, especially for like a teenager or someone who's just getting into motorcycles, because you don't want to start out on like 1,000cc sport bike. This is the kind of bike that I would give my children. Like, hey, you can learn to ride on this thing. It's not gonna really hurt you, or I mean, it could really, even going 20 miles an hour can cause damage. It's so slow. But I don't care. Like, I wish you guys could see the expression on my face. I am so happy right now. Like, I dare you to ride one of these and not smile. It is so fun to ride. I feel incredibly goofy on this bike just because of my size and how tiny this bike is. I wonder what this thing would sound like with some exhaust. I'm sure there's some mods that people do to these bikes to get more power, make them look cooler. But yeah, I am thoroughly enjoying this bike. Like that, I would absolutely never get on the highway with this thing, because this thing tops out with me on it like 50 miles an hour, and at that point the engine is absolutely screaming. This thing came with 2 mirrors, as you can see, but he just has the one on here, and it's like at a weird angle, so I don't know if that's how they're supposed to be. But I can still see behind me. I can still see plenty behind me. The only thing that I'd be worried about is not being seen. You know, I'd be afraid people don't see me as well. Or maybe it's the opposite, just my physical, hey, there's an airplane. My physical features, or my physical stature on this tiny little motorcycle would probably make people think, wow, that looks hilarious. Little facts about this motorcycle, or the Honda Grom itself. This thing supposedly gets about 100 miles a gallon. It only has, I think, a 2-gallon tank, or a 1.5, or something like that. I don't quite remember. It probably only takes like $6 to fill this thing up. Yeah, he said he filled this up in August, and he hasn't filled it up since. But he also doesn't ride this thing around that much, because he has he's got a Victory that he rides to work. Like, I feel so goofy riding this thing, but I don't really care. The only reason I would buy a Honda Grom like this is I would take this with me to the races. I would throw this in the back of the truck and take this thing and have this as like a literal pit bike. A lot of people that race, like the dirt tracks and stuff, they've got little 4-wheelers or ATVs. Or I've seen a couple of people with Honda Groms, and so I would totally buy one of these, put some beefier tire, or like more grippy tires for the mud and dirt and stuff, and yeah, I'd take this thing with me to the races. That'd be awesome. I would love to drive one of these around. Oh, this crappy road. I wonder if there's a racing series that races these Groms, and I guarantee you there is. This bike is awesome. It's so fun. Nope, 3rd gear is not okay going up this hill. This bike is, the suspension is so soft. It's got really good suspension. Huge, beefy, well, not actually, they're not huge. These are the tiniest little motorcycle wheels that I've ever seen. I don't know if it's gonna sense that I'm even here. Oh, there we go. The seating position on this bike's pretty nice too. I mean, I feel very comfortable on it. I mean, even going 40 miles an hour, I don't feel unsafe or anything at all. I I want to have another mirror. That's the only thing. I know a lot of people only have one, but I like having both. All right, downshifting. Oh my gosh, okay. Got to use the momentum here. Oh, come on, truck. I want to beat this truck. I'm racing the truck, not really. Wow, all 45 miles per hour. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, I love this bike so much. I really want one. Yeah, you cannot wipe the smile off my face right now. I'm so happy right now. That's really the only thing. It's a fun bike, and that's pretty much it. It's not meant to go cross country in, although I'd imagine there'd be at least somebody that goes across country in this thing. But yeah, if I had one of these, I would do all the upgrades. Exhaust, intake, put a little tuner on this deal. Oh, I would do like a sprocket change. Let's see if I can get a little more torque out of it. I don't mind doing like the low speed stuff, but I want to be able to pop wheelies on this thing. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know how many miles we've ridden, but we're not even at half a tank. It looks a little awkward without the little fairing here. I don't know if y'all can see that. There's supposed to be a fairing that goes right here. But apparently, at one point, this bike was stolen. And then it was recovered, and then it was sold to Jacob, my buddy. So I'm riding a stolen motorcycle. I mean, not technically right now. It was stolen. Oh man, yeah, I want to take this on a little racetrack. I think it'd be fun. I am kind of hungry. Let's go get some lunch. All right, I'm gonna drive through Taco Bell on this thing. I think it'd be really funny. One time my band played a show in Commerce, Texas. It was oh, what was it called? Can't remember the name of it. I think it was like a summer camp for kids to do like rock band stuff. It was really cool. But they wanted some bands to play in front of them, so we got to play. We actually played there twice, 2 years in a row. And after we got paid, we drove straight to Taco Bell, and we spent like $50, which to us, $50 worth of Taco Bell is a lot of money. The fuel gauge went up. It went up. What the heck? Thank you very much. Got my Taco Bell. I just gotta wait for him, and I'm actually just gonna give this to him because I don't want to eat this right now. Here you go. Can I follow you back to your house? Cool. Alrighty then. I don't need to hit the speed bumps. So yeah, I really enjoyed this motorcycle. It's really fun to ride. Like I said, not super practical for like big city putting around or big town driving or whatever, especially where I live and where I work. It's just not feasible to me. But like I said, if you're a college student or if you're just living in like a tiny little downtown area and your speed limits are no more than 45 miles per hour, this is a perfect bike. And it's like you're not going to get in trouble on this motorcycle. You're not going to get caught speeding. I mean, unless you're going 45 and a 30 or something. I take that back. You can definitely speed on this bike. It's a perfect beginner bike for somebody who's just getting into motorcycles. The other thing is, like, they're really cheap. I don't know what he paid for this. I don't know how much these go for. But they're probably less than like $3 grand. You can go pick one up from any dealership or even like Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something. Easy to ride. Like he said, cheap to insure. Turn signal buttons are in a decent spot. That's a cool truck. Starter switch is in a good spot. I don't want to hit the horn. I do actually. Yeah, really fun bike. I would recommend this bike to anybody. My wife actually wants to learn how to ride, and she's really short. No offense, Haley, but I would get this bike and teach her on this thing. So that will do it for another episode of Merit Moto. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. And if you have a suggestion of a motorcycle that you want me to do, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think of the video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys later. Well, Jacob, appreciate you letting me putt around in your scooter.
Yeah, dude.
It was a blast.
It was fun watching you ride.
Yeah.
It was fun watching someone else on it.
Heck yeah, dude. I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much, man.
You bet you, dude. Catch you later.
Yes, sir.